A cat never changes its beliefs to match its circumstances, it changes its circumstances to match its beliefs. Anonymous. As the morning sun streams through your window, picture a cat perched on the windowsill, watching birds flutter past. Though the sensory input is simple, movement, color, sound, the cat's internal processing system instantly transforms these stimuli into meaningful information. Is this movement prey or threat, friend or foe? Just as our feline friends filter their world through both instinct and experience, we too process every moment through the lens of our beliefs and understandings. These belief systems form the very foundation of how we experience reality. They're not just ideas we hold, they're the invisible architecture through which we construct our entire world. Every thought, every emotion, every decision flows through this intricate network of beliefs we've built throughout our lives. Understanding this system, and learning to work with it consciously, opens the door to profound personal transformation. Think back to your earliest memories. Perhaps you recall the first time someone told you that you were good at something, or bad at something else. In that moment, a belief began to form, like a single thread in what would become a vast tapestry. Our beliefs emerge through multiple pathways, each weaving its own unique pattern into our understanding of reality. Direct experience acts as our primary teacher, etching beliefs into our consciousness through first-hand encounters with the world. When you first touched a hot stove, you didn't need anyone to tell you it was dangerous. Your direct experience formed an immediate and lasting belief about the nature of heat and pain. These experiential beliefs often prove the most resilient, anchored as they are in personal verification. Yet we are also creatures of culture, absorbing beliefs as naturally as we breathe the air around us. From the moment of birth, we begin internalizing the beliefs of our family, our community, our society. These cultural transmissions shape our understanding of everything from appropriate behavior to the nature of reality itself. Think of how differently a child raised in Tokyo might view the world compared to one raised in Toronto. Same human capacity for belief, but vastly different cultural programming. Education adds another layer to our belief formation, providing structured frameworks for understanding the world. Unlike the often unconscious absorption of cultural beliefs, educational programming offers systematic approaches to knowledge acquisition. This is where we learn to question, to analyze, to verify, skills that become crucial in our journey toward conscious belief examination. But perhaps most powerfully, our beliefs form through emotional associations and experiences. A single traumatic event can implant a belief that shapes decades of behavior. Likewise, moments of joy, triumph, or deep connection can install empowering beliefs that lift us toward our highest potential. These emotional pathways to belief formation often bypass our rational minds entirely, embedding themselves directly into our emotional and somatic experience. Understanding flows like water, finding its own level through the channels of our consciousness. At its most basic level, we encounter surface understanding, the simple recognition of patterns and immediate reactions to our environment. This is where we begin, but it need not be where we remain. As we deepen our engagement with any subject or experience, we develop conceptual understanding. Here, we begin to recognize more complex patterns, form meaningful categories, and grasp the logical connections between different pieces of information. This is the realm of analysis and synthesis, where raw data transforms into useful knowledge. Yet there exists an even deeper level of understanding, one that transcends mere knowledge to touch the realm of wisdom. Deep understanding emerges when we begin to perceive the interconnected nature of systems, the crucial role of context, and the way different forms of knowledge weave together into a coherent whole. Like a master chess player who no longer sees individual moves but rather patterns of possibility, deep understanding allows us to perceive reality in a fundamentally different way. At the summit of understanding lies what we might call transformative understanding, those profound shifts in perception that fundamentally alter how we experience reality. These are the moments when the puzzle pieces of knowledge suddenly arrange themselves into an entirely new picture, revealing insights that change not just what we know, but who we are. Such transformative understanding often arrives unexpectedly, like a shaft of sunlight breaking through clouds, illuminating familiar terrain in an entirely new way. Our beliefs about ourselves, the world, and our place in it form an intricate web of understanding that filters every experience we have. Think of how a single belief about your own capability, I'm not good at public speaking for instance, can shape decades of choices and experiences. These self-beliefs act as invisible boundaries, defining what we think is possible or impossible for us. Similarly, our beliefs about the world, whether it's fundamentally safe or dangerous, abundant or scarce, meaningful or random, color every moment of our existence. A person who believes the world is inherently hostile will experience the same neutral event very differently from someone who believes the world is fundamentally friendly. These world beliefs form the backdrop against which all our experiences play out. Our relationship beliefs perhaps impact us most immediately in our daily lives. They determine how close we allow others to get, how vulnerable we're willing to be, what we expect from our connections, and how we respond when those expectations are or aren't met. These beliefs often operate so deeply that we mistake them for unchangeable truths about human nature, rather than recognizing them as learned perspectives that can be examined and adjusted. Transforming limiting beliefs requires the delicate touch of a skilled artisan rather than the brute force of willpower. Just as you wouldn't expect to reshape metal by yelling at it, you cannot transform beliefs through force or criticism. Instead, the process requires patience, curiosity, and compassion, especially for the parts of ourselves that hold on to limiting beliefs for protection. The journey begins with recognition. Like a cat suddenly noticing its own reflection, we must first become aware of our beliefs before we can work with them. This often happens when we bump up against limitations or experience recurring patterns that don't serve us. The key is to approach these discoveries with genuine curiosity rather than judgment. Each limiting belief was originally installed as a form of protection or adaptation. Understanding this helps us approach transformation with compassion. Investigation follows recognition. This is where we bring gentle but persistent inquiry to our beliefs, examining their origins, testing their validity, and exploring their current impact on our lives. Think of it as archaeology of the mind, carefully excavating layers of accumulated beliefs to understand their structure and foundation. The process of reframing then becomes possible. Rather than attempting to demolish old beliefs, which often creates internal resistance, we focus on building new, more empowering perspectives alongside them. Like adding new rooms to a house rather than tearing down existing ones, we expand our capacity for understanding while honoring the protective intent behind our original beliefs. Before closing this chapter, take a few moments to reflect on your journey with beliefs and understanding. What beliefs have shaped your life most powerfully? How have your understandings evolved over time? What new possibilities might open up as you continue to expand your conscious awareness of these internal structures? Consider journaling about these questions, allowing your insights to emerge naturally without forcing conclusions. Like a cat watching a bird through a window, maintain curious attention without pouncing on immediate answers. As you move through the coming days, notice how your beliefs and understandings shape your experience. Watch for moments when limiting beliefs surface and practice engaging with them gently and curiously. Remember, every belief offers an opportunity for deeper understanding and greater freedom. Your journey with beliefs and understanding is uniquely yours, yet it connects you to the universal human experience of making meaning from experience. Trust that as you continue to explore and expand your understanding, new possibilities will naturally emerge, leading you toward ever greater levels of wisdom and awareness.